It's that it happens. And we've tried to create a framework for how it can be structured, such that people then, by accessing their computers on their waist, instead of simply sending text messages about what food you had this morning, you can begin to send messages about how to participate in the psychoeducation to divest oneself of the shackles of emotional incarceration and move towards emotional emancipation. Question? Yes?
I believe in the power of conversation, and one of the struggles that I've had is having the conversation with people who, that was a long time ago, doesn't happen anymore, denial, cognitive dissonance just doesn't exist. We're okay now. I have my car, I have my golf bag, you know, I have my things. So what ways do you suggest that we dig in and have a conversation with people who feel like, you know what, we've already come so far, let's just work from here and keep moving?
There are a couple things that happen. And as Enola said, she is one of my new bestest friends. Bestest in the full sense of the word.
Is this frustrating?
Well, but in a paradoxical way, we've had help here lately, right?
Yeah.
The erosion of the voting rights, right? The passage of the open carry in Georgia, the Clive and Bundy's comments in Nevada. But quite frankly, the one that really has sparked some conversation was Donald Sterling, right? I'm in LA. I'm a Clippers fan. It makes sense I'm a Clippers fan. I love basketball. The difference between the Lakers and the Clippers? Hey, it was easier, you know? They got better, I became a fan. I'm sitting watching the game, and all of a sudden, I'm getting ready for the game because, of course, this is the first time the Clippers really have a shot. Right? I'm watching the game, and all of a sudden I start getting emails. The phone starts blowing up, and I turn and I hear the commentary. So as I told my students, I'm having a regular downtime day, getting ready to watch basketball. One of my vices, right? It's a relatively innocent one. And Donald Sterling decides to denigrate all black people. So, in the conversation that I had with my son, as I told Enola when I first came in, and I met her son Andrew, I said, yeah, I got one of those. I got a son who's 25, who, because he's my son, he was trying to locate himself different from Dad. Right? So he was clear with, hey, you know, that's old stuff, Dad. That's it. I'm like, when Donald Sterling happened, he called me up. And he said, wow, you were right. I got that from my nephew, and I got it from a number of other young people. So I only say that if we center our discourse in the current events, the events haven't stopped because the mindsets haven't changed. That's how we tell when real change happens. It's not the small outcomes, it's the mindsets. So it's not that, although it was profound, and I did not anticipate Barack Obama being elected president twice. It was profound. But it's a minor event, even though it is major. So I want to be clear about that. It doesn't change much as we see it every day in the examples of the mindsets. If the system were different, the conditions would be different. the incarcerated population, that's not data lying. That's not someone making up or playing the race card. The idea of the race card, though, it is a very ingenious invention. Reminds me of this thing called slave. Right? Because we're going to now deny